Good morning, you guys. I didn't want to get up this early. Not too early, it's like 5:30. I had noticed some mouse droppings in the engine. I've been checking pretty much every day, and I've been spraying with peppermint spray that I've been making with the essential oil, and I really thought it was doing the job. I did get, it's a different brand. It's called the Mainstays. It's like the Walmart brand, I guess, of peppermint oil. It seems to not be maybe quite as strong. Maybe I need to mix it stronger. But seeing a few mouse droppings in here, and I can start to see the signs of mice walking around. I even saw a new little spot on this rubber part of the air filter casing here that had a little bit of a new chew mark in it. And so what I did is I set up one of my live traps. And the thing with the live trap that I've learned is you got to check it regularly or the mouse will just die in there. Now I do have the regular quick kill traps, just the regular snap traps. And I've used those before and those work great, but I'd rather capture it live and let it go. It just makes me feel better. I know it's kind of silly, but I don't mind using the kill trap if I need to, but I'm going to see if the live trap works. So I got up early this morning because I was like, I need to go check that trap. I remembered. And guess what? There's a little critter in there. So this is kind of the thing that sucks now, is now I got to go release this mouse, and I don't want to go hike right now, like a mile away and let it go. So I'm not going to hike a mile. I'm just going to hike off into the distance, about five minutes away, something like that. And I'm going to go let this guy go. Just a little field mouse kind of guy in there. But one thing about these live traps is I got Dodger out here with me too. He'll probably follow me. Oh, I'm groggy. So I just have shorts on. I did manage to put a jacket on. The one thing about these live traps is okay, so now it's early in the morning, so I got to get up and go on a trek to get rid of this guy. And then it's like, is this mouse actually going to live where I drop it off? It's not anywhere near its home. I guess its home right now is my truck, so I guess if it can set up shop in my truck, then should be able to find a spot under a log to wait till it warms up in the daytime, in an hour or two. But it's like you're babysitting a mouse now. I guess I could put it in a Tupperware and leave it in the trailer until it's warmer out and then let it go. But what's happened before is I had a mouse inside the trailer. And so I set up this trap in there. And in the middle of the night, I think I did hear it close shut. But I didn't even remember that I had set up the trap. So I did check it in the morning. Once I got up, I was like, oh yeah, I got to check that trap. And the mouse was in there, but it was basically dead. I think basically from shock. They sit in there and they freak out. So there's problems with this live trapping method. And now this trap, obviously it works really well, the trap itself. So I'll put a link to these traps for you guys. Check the description, check the pinned comment. I got these on Amazon. They're a pretty good deal. You get a 2-pack of them. But if you look closely in this trap now, he's peed in it, and there's little mouse droppings all over the place in it. Where's Dodger? He must have stayed back at camp. I'm just looking back at camp to see if he's back there. Well, I'll find him when I come back. So now this trap is like, it's all nasty. So then you got to clean it, and I don't really have a good way to clean it. I don't really want to bring the nasty trap inside the trailer and clean it in the sink. And I don't have pressurized water outside of the trailer. So, I don't know, the snap traps seem like they're kind of better. But I am going to feel better about this case, at least, I trapped this mouse live and let it go. And, I think what I'll do is I'm just going to reset this trap, put it back in the truck, and then go back to bed. I'm surprised I haven't run into any deer or elk this early out here. I'll reset the trap just as it is, because it's still got the bait in there, just some peanut butter. And then see if I catch another one, or maybe this guy's just gonna run right back. Because I'm not going too far. Here's some logs over here. He can set up shop in here till it warms up. He'll probably get eaten by a snake in like 10 minutes. Yeah, this will work. He's cute, so I'm happy at least that he's alive and out of my freaking vehicle. Try not to touch the cage too much. I guess you just push the door back down to let him out. There he goes. There he goes. Well, that's making me feel good, actually. There. That's the feel-good way to trap a mouse. I know it's silly. It's just a mouse, but that actually does make me feel good, I gotta say. Because he was healthy. He didn't seem like he was too much in shock. You saw how he just crawled right out, and he's sitting under that piece of bark. He can climb into that hollowed log. Hopefully there's not a snake in there or a pissed off rat that's gonna eat him alive. Oh, and I gotta find Dodger. I mean, these are the real life adventures of a real nomad. This is how I spend my time, dealing with the wildlife, trying to survive comfortably out here. And I'm showing you guys these things just to give you guys ideas. I don't know if I'm doing this the right way. I've only ever had, this is now the fourth mouse in, 4+ years in my rig. So I just kind of come up with these solutions, try not to stress out about it too much, but also recognize when there's a problem that needs to be resolved. And then show you guys how I figure these things out and try to take care of business. And so you put it down in the comments, let me know if I'm doing it wrong or you have a better idea. But hopefully I'm giving you guys some ideas for when you travel, especially if you decide to do long-term camping like me and the dogs. Oh yeah, he's back at camp. He's hard to see with my glasses on. It's funny because usually, Dodger will just follow me. Since it's kind of weird for me to just hop outside of the trailer and go on a hike this early before I put my clothes on and everything, he understands. He's like, oh, this is too weird. I'm just going to wait here. I was hoping he'd come with, though, because I feel safer having him along. I left Echo inside because I'd have to have Echo on a leash because it's early right now, and this is when the deer and the elk are out. I didn't want to have to manage a leash and this nasty cage. Now I just feel like my hands are gross and I gotta wash them. But I'll show you how I have the trap set up in the truck. This worked really good. I just put it in there last night, a few hours before dark, and I was coming out every hour, just shine the flashlight on it to see if there was a mouse in there. And then I went to sleep. I totally forgot about it. But luckily, I kind of woke up this morning and I kind of remembered it. So you can see here in the truck, now that I'm coming back here, it smells like mouse pee. See, it was set up right here. There's some droppings that have fallen out of the trap, some mouse pee. There's a dropping here on the air filter. And you also start to see like these little streaks. It's like, I guess it's their tail, like their wet tail, leaves like little streaks. So, I could have another one in here. So all I did was, you just set this up. Well, my hand's all nasty now. Anyway, you push this little door down. Oh, now it's not locking into place. Probably because his poop is like holding the trap door down. I think this is the better way to let the mouse out is you actually pull this back door off. This is where the bait goes. And what I do with the bait is I just take peanut butter and I wrap it up in a paper towel. That way, when I remove the bait, it keeps this container cleaner. So it doesn't have peanut butter grease in there. And then when you pull that door off, then that's probably an easier way to let the mouse out next time. Well, he was eating at the peanut butter. You can see he dug through those two little holes there. He got into the paper towel and into the peanut butter. They can't resist peanut butter, obviously, right? There we go. So I'm just going to place that back in here. But since there's pee in here, and there's pee in there, I feel like the mice, if there's another mouse in here, it's just going to smell that smell of fear piss and not come anywhere near it. But I kind of don't think the mice are that smart. So then what I found works really, really well is I don't close the hood all the way. It kind of stays open like that. And then I can come by here and shine a light without having to move the hood up because you might scare the mice again. I just shine a light and I can see if there's a mouse in there. That seems to work really well. You're a good boy, Dodger. You're a good boy. Let's go back to bed. Good morning. Once again, it's about 3 hours after that last piece of video. And I just walked out here to the truck. And what did I find? I went back to sleep. And the door has been sprung. You can't really see in there. The door's sprung, but there's nothing inside. Okay. Well, in a way, that's good because I don't have to go release it. It must be just an error with the trap, like it accidentally sprung, or the wind or something like that. Okay, I'm surprised. Interesting. I don't know if this is one or two mornings later, but I just checked the trap. I didn't rebait it or anything. And there's a little guy in there. He seems a little tired. Oh, he's moving around, okay. I worry about them, like being in here for hours, because they will, it's not good for them to be. Ow. Just stubbed my toe on a rock. Dang, that hurt. So is this the same mouse? It looks different. Yeah, I mean, I didn't release it that far away last time. I mean, this trap works. I didn't have to rebait it or anything. Definitely a good trap if you want to trap your mice live. It is annoying, because really what I should do right now is I should put on my hiking boots, get the dogs, and then we should go for a hike, like maybe a mile away, and then release this guy. But I just got out of bed, and I don't want to go for a hike right now. Like, I want to have coffee and make my breakfast, walk the dogs a little bit so they can do their thing, feed the dogs. Like, I want to do my morning routine. But so far, these two mice, like, they get captured at night. You know, that makes sense. Like, that's when they come out to eat. So I'm going to release this one in the same exact spot that I released the last one, and set the trap back up, same spot in the truck, and see what happens. I know you guys are going to have a lot to say about this technique that I'm using. The important thing is just to keep them out of the truck. So I feel good about that. Now, what does that mean? Does that mean that this mouse had set up shop in the truck when I thought I only had one? Did I have two? Or is it because there's bait in the truck now, this little piece of bait that's in the trap? Is it attracting mice into the truck? I don't know. So we're a little bit further away now than the last mouse. I'm happy to see he's very healthy. He's not panicked in there. And then, so you slide this bait door open like this. Here we go. And he'll be able to come right out. Some of you guys are going to say, it's just a stupid mouse. But seeing it hop away like that, that makes me feel good. I mean, the reality is, those mice, all they are is they're just food for all the other creatures out here, the birds and the snakes and probably lizards. Now this trap, can you see all the droppings in there? I mean, and it's covered in piss, and that's why I'm just trying to use this one hand to touch it with, and then not touch anything else with this hand until I can get into trailer and wash my hand.